What's going on, guys? Tom from the Football Boots team, and today I'm down here at Ultra Football, the world's best football store, and we're going to be taking a look at what to put in your 2021 kit bag to make the ultimate kit bag for the season coming up. We're going to be showing you everything you need to cover, all the newest products and everything that you should put into your football bag before the season kicks off. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to talk about putting into your gear bag today is grip socks. Now these are an absolute game changer when it comes to wearing your boots and getting the maximum performance out of them. They've been around for a while now and there are many brands on the market. Down here at Ultra, we've got the Jockers and the tape designs, which we're going to be picking from, but you guys at home have much more choice because there are so many on the market right now. But trust me when I say grip socks are an absolute game changer from just wearing those slippery standard team socks. Next up, we're taking a look at team wear. Now most of the time this isn't something that you will have to worry about getting. It's normally something that the club will provide you, say your jersey, your shorts and your socks for playing in, but of course that does need to go into your bag to make it to the game, unless you have a guy that does your washing for you. If you've got a guy that looks after all your kit, he is the most important guy at your club. Make sure to make friends with him because he's dealing with your smelly socks. But apart from that, we're going to take a look at the Nike and Adidas range we have down here at Ultra Football. You might even see your club's kit in amongst it. Now we wouldn't be able to make an ultimate kit bag without a bag. So we've got some options here. We've got some Adidas Nikes, we've got some duffels, we've got some backpacks. I'm going to pick one of these out, making sure they'll be able to fit all the gear we're going to need for the upcoming season, and then we're going to be heading on to our next thing. It's time to talk about a shirt to train in. Now a great option is picking your favorite club and training in one of their kits, either their home, away, third jersey, any of that. It's always awesome to train in your club's kit and support them. Obviously if you've got a team training kit, you're going to be wearing that. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be picking out a couple of my favorite club kits that have been released this year, and we're going to be chucking them in for training shirts. So it's time to talk footwear, but we're not quite up to boots yet. First we've got to talk about casual shoes. Now Adidas have just released an awesome range where they've showed off club kits with casual Ultra Boost, and now it is so important that when you're rocking up to a game, also leaving a game, you're in comfortable feeling shoes, and the Ultra Boosts are one of the best. Feels like you're walking on a cloud, so they're definitely going to be in the running for the shoe I pick off the wall. But making sure that you guys have comfortable shoes is major key, and it gets overlooked so much. While I'm down here, I'm also going to talk about something that you need when you're in the sheds, and that is slides. Obviously it can be super comfortable, but they're most important for keeping your feet up off that dirty ground when you're in the showers. So slides are definitely going to be making their way into the bag. I'm going to be picking out a pair of them as well, but let's keep moving on. Now undoubtedly one of the most important things when you're playing football is the football itself. Now I'm not going to be including one into my ultimate kit bag just because I know that my club, my team is going to be supplying the footballs for me, but obviously there are many options out on the market these days, ranging in levels of quality. But making sure that you know if your club's going to be providing them is very important. Normally they are, but there are also a lot of different levels. I'll take you over to the far corner and we'll look at the Nike Merlin. So this was the ball of the Premier League 2019 to 2020 season, as high quality as you can get. Like I said, hopefully you get to play with a ball of this quality, but if not, your club should definitely have a football for you. Now aside from a football, these are probably the next most important thing, because you're literally not going to be let on the pitch if you don't have them, and it is shin pads. Now these are obviously going to be tucked into those socks. If you cut them with the grip socks underneath, these are going to be in there, and there are so many options for them on the market these days. We've got the ones with straps and with ankle guards. You've also got the ones that come with sleeves, and you've got the ones, the basic ones, the smallest ones that just come as they are, and you might need to grab a guard stay or tape those in place. There are so many options. We're going to be picking one for our ultimate gear bag, maybe the one with the most technology. It's crazy the amount of technology that simple shin pads have in them these days, but I'm going to be picking one of these out, and then we're going to keep moving on, filling up this bag. One of the most exciting decisions you get to make is what boots you're going to be adding to your kit bag. Now this is also one of the most important decisions, because these guys really change how you fit and how you feel on that pitch. They are one of the most important tools that a footballer can have, and making sure that you've got the right ones for you is one of the biggest keys in football. And obviously these days there is a massive amount of range out there on the market, heaps for you to choose from. Obviously the big three brands being Nike, Adidas and Puma, but there's also the Umbro options, the New Balance options, the Mizuno options. There are so many boots out there. There is one for everybody. Now when you're buying your football boots, there's a few things you've got to think about. What sort of boot do you want? Like, what sort of style player are you? Obviously each brand has a boot that's marketed towards a different specific style. For example, the Predators is made for that player that controls the game, the guy in the center of the pitch who wants grip on the ball. Similarly, that is the same for the Phantom GTs from Nike. So you can say that these are two of the competing boots trying to win you over if that's your style of play. Obviously another massive one is what sort of pitches you're playing on. If you're playing on a lot of artificial pitches, you're obviously going to want to look for an artificial sole plate or more conical rounded studs, as they are softer on your body and a bit safer when you're using those artificial turfs. Whereas if you're playing out on grass, you might even need to be looking for some soft ground boots with some soft ground sole plates, those bigger metal studs to give you a bit more grip and traction on the pitch. These are all things to factor in when you're choosing your boots to fit into your ultimate kit bag. I'm going to pick out a couple, we're going to add them to the bag, and we're going to keep on moving on. Now obviously football is a winter sport, so it is quite often cold when you're warming up or you're training, so it is super important to have a jacket in your kit bag. And now sometimes again your club might provide you with a jacket, club colors, club logo, all that fun stuff, even maybe a big rain jacket as well. If they're offering that, definitely take it up, get your hands on that, because it's so important to have. Down here we've got a few options of some mid layers, also some bigger jackets that you can chuck on. We're going to take a look through, look at the colors, and I'm going to be picking one out to make sure I've got it in my kit bag. Along with a jacket, another great thing to have is training pants. Again, club could provide this, but they are major key, even rocking up to the games, keeping those legs warm and ready to go on the bench. They are very important to have in your bag, so I'm also going to be picking out a pair of those for myself. Another super important one is compression gear. Now quite often this gets overlooked, but it is incredibly important, not only to keep you warm, but it's actually for your muscles. It helps to reduce that lactic acid buildup, so make sure your legs are working at their optimum as long as possible. So we've got here some Ultra Football compression shorts. We also have some Adidas compression shirts. Now these go under your jersey obviously, and they do an amazing job at both keeping you warm and, like I said, also stopping that lactic acid buildup. So it is a must-have in your game bag for those colder days. Alright, so it's time now, we're finally there. We're going to dive into this very full looking gear bag I have here in front of me. Now first things first, I think I said this in the last video we made, but my headphones are the number one thing I take with me to a game. Either I'm pumping tunes in my headphones, or else if we've got a good DJ at the club that are pumping tunes, I find them so important to get me in the mood to play the game and express myself out there on the pitch. So they're the first thing that goes in my gear bag. Now next up, I'm actually going to be changing my shoes. At the moment, I've got the Nike Reacts on my feet. Super comfortable, but there's something about these Adidas Juventus collabs on that Ultra Boost that is just on another level. I love the look of the shoe, and I know just how comfy these are. Like I said earlier, walking on clouds. So those will be on my feet pre-game. Now we're diving a bit deeper into this bag, and the first thing, again, I talked about in the video, but grip socks. I've got some tape design socks here, some of the best grip socks on the market for sure. One size fits all, so there's no worries about getting the right size to suit your feet. I'm a big fan, and I think grip socks make a massive difference. If you've never tried them before, definitely try them. It's something that I tried for the first time and I've stuck with ever since. So those are definitely in my bag. Next up, something you have to play on the pitch. We've got some shinnies. I got some CR7 shinnies here, the Mercurial version, which come with the sleeves, so I'll tuck them inside there. Again, this isn't a kit bag that is made for me personally. This is just showing you guys at home the best options on the market right now, and these shin pads definitely do the job. Come in a variety of sizes. Everything you can need from a shin pad is right there. Next up, I've got a little bit of a different one. Something that a lot of you won't have even heard about yet is the Adidas GMR insole. Now the thing with this is a very cool piece of technology. It is an insole that slides into your boot, and you can connect the chip up to your phone. So there's a gamer app. You can track things like your shot power, your running distance, your running speed, how many touches, how many passes you played. So it's a very cool, not only training tool, but it's also great for the game as well to keep up with your stats. So there's not many places you can get this. I believe only Ultra Football and Adidas.com at the moment where this is available, but it's a sick piece of technology, and I love it when the brands are incorporating technology into the game. So those are in my bag as well. Obviously, like I said, a bit of a different one, but very, very cool. This one is a must-have for everybody, a water bottle. Hydration when you're playing sport, let alone football, is one of the most important things. Obviously, you can also add things to your bag or to your drinks like electrolytes. You can get things like Powerades, Gatorades, that sort of stuff. But having water in your system before, during, and after you're playing is so, so important. So I've got a basic Nike black drink bottle there, but that is one of the most important things in this bag. Next up, we're taking a look at some apparel now, and I've got a training shirt. I've gone for the PSG away shirt. Mate, you put a collar on a shirt like this and it just looks so, so classy. I am a very big fan of it. I don't actually support PSG personally, but I'd be more than happy to wear this shirt to train in, no doubt at all. Next up, we're going to look straight at some tech pants. Now, I literally spend my life in tech pants. They're the most comfortable things. I love to wear them when I'm training. I wear them around casually every day, after the games as well, super important. So I've got some lifestyle Nike Air tech pants here, and those are definitely in my bag. Those will be getting a lot of wear. Next up, we're going to dive into the jacket I'll be wearing. I've got just a nice little Adidas pullover here. I decided to go for a bit of color. There's been a lot of black and white so far, so a red Adidas pullover jumper, and that will do me for training out on those cold nights or even rocking up to games as well. Like I said, quite often your club will provide that for you, but I've just gone for this basic red Adidas option. We're going to take a look at the first pair of boots that I've got in my bag now. There's a few pairs in here, and we're going for one that's a little bit left field for a lot of you, but if you know me and my personal boot choices, this will make a lot of sense. And I also believe it is one of the highest quality products on the market, highest quality boots that money can buy you. And we're looking at the brand new Mizuno Morelia Neo 3 Betas. So this is one of the lightest boots on the market, and it's made completely out of some of the softest leather you will ever see on a football boot. I can say that with a hand on heart, handmade in Japan. There is nothing more high quality than these boots. Of course as well, you've got those conical studs on the sole plate, so they're good for a very wide range of surfaces. So that's my first pair of boots in the bag. That's a bit of an early teaser, but we've got a couple of bigger, more outrageous boots coming up for later in the video. Next up though, something that goes hand in hand, I've got a pair of my Ultra Skin shorts and Adidas Skin top. Now the thing with these, I'm personally not the biggest fan of wearing them while I play. I'm not sure why, I just don't really like it. But after the game, I find it is very beneficial to chuck on some skins and help deal with that lactic acid. Obviously, everybody has their personal preferences, but I'd say it is something that is important to have in your kit bag if you're wearing it during the game, before the game, after the game, whatever. It is always good to have on hand. So I have those two there. I've just gone boring black. Obviously, like I said before, if you can match it to your team colors, then that is ideal. Next up, something for after the match again, we've got some slides from the shower. Now I've gone really bright on these ones, I've just got myself some basic Adidas slides, but these will definitely do the job. It's really nice to take your boots off and slip your feet into some very comfy, soft slides, and obviously in the showers, major key, keep your feet off the dirty floor. Now what we're left with in the bag, all of a sudden is very empty, and we've got two pairs of boots. So I've got to decide which pair to show you. I think I'll start with these ones right here. I think it's one of the best colorway releases of the year because of who it is and the history behind it. But we're looking at Kylian Mbappe's Vapor Roses. Now check those out. I love this colorway because it is a throwback to that old school Mercurial colorway, and the fact that Mbappe, the man himself, he can rock whatever he wants, and I think this is just a testament. This is his second signature edition boot. I think Nike and him absolutely smashed it out of the park. Now I might not be able to pull this colorway out on pitch, but I know a lot of you at home would be able to. So that is why these are in the bag. So we'll put those there. And then the last colorway, the last pair of boots is one of the newest pairs to drop on the market. Again, I'm not sure if I could pull these off myself, but you guys at home have got a lot more class and style than me. So these are the brand new Paul Pogba Season 7 collection. Now check those out. My first impressions, I get a very big Louis Vuitton-esque vibe. It's the Pogba logo in gold over that black upper with some white stripes. They're a very, very clean looking boot, and the Predator 20 Plus is definitely nothing to be sniffed at. Those 306 spikes all over the upper give you outrageous grip on the ball. So they're a very tidy pair of boots and a very high performing pair of boots at that. So those are also in my bag. I've got no room left on the table to fit them. Do you think I've missed anything out? Is there anything that you would have added that isn't here? Make sure to let us know in the comments down below. But that's it for the video today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.